What's up everyone? Today I'm down at Audi Greenville getting to check out the 2018 Audi TT-RS. Huge shout out to them for providing this car for today's video. Definitely check out their website in the description below. And the model that we're looking at today is finished off in Glacier White Metallic and has an MSRP just under $73,000. Under the hood is a 2.5 liter turbocharged 5-cylinder engine. New for the RS this year is the 7-speed dual clutch automatic. A manual is not offered for this model in the US, and it does have steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. This engine produces 400 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 354 pound-feet of torque as low as 1,700 RPM. It does have the Quattro all-wheel drive system, weighs just over 3,300 pounds. 0 to 60 can happen as quickly as 3.6 seconds. Top speed is 155 miles an hour. And with a 14.5 gallon fuel tank, you can estimate the MPG to be 19 city and 29 highway. The wheelbase measures 98.6 inches. It has an overall length of 164.4 inches. The width is at 72 inches and it has a height of 52.8 inches. Starting up front with the hexagonal shaped front grille with the honeycomb design, this vehicle features LED headlights and LED daytime running lights. Quattro is written out in the lower section of the bumper, along with color contrasting in the center portion. There are large air intakes on either side to provide more cooling to the engine, and there are very clean lines coming along the hood. 19-inch wheels come standard. This vehicle offers the 20-inch forged galvanic silver 7-spoke design wheels. They look fantastic on this car. Disc brakes are in all four corners with 8 pistons up front measuring 14.6 inches and single piston sliding calipers in the rear measuring 12.2 inches. Carbon ceramic disc brakes are also available. The side profile on this car looks absolutely amazing. There are so many lines on the vehicle. Very distinct line running from the headlight all the way to the rear taillight, and the fender flares stick out, giving it a nice look. And finishing up with a fixed rear spoiler, the standard backup camera with parking sensors. LED taillights are standard. Optional are OLED taillights or organic light emitting diode, a very nice looking rear diffuser, and the oval shaped dual exhaust. And now we'll go ahead and take a more in-depth view of the interior, and as long as I have the key on me, I just place my hand in the door, it'll automatically unlock. The door panel is finished off with very nice black leather and red stitching. We have Alcantara located above that. Your release handle with your lock and unlock, some carbon fiber trim pieces. This has a Bang & Olufsen sound system, little bit of storage space down below. We have TTRS on the door sill, along with on the floor mats. And the seats are black leather with more red stitching. RS is embroidered on the top. There's nice shoulder bolsters, along with nice side bolstering. The front of the seat can actually pull out if you need a little bit more adjustment. And these are automatic seats. All of your controls are on the side with your lumbar support and multiple adjustability settings. And once inside, I'll go ahead and double tap on the engine start stop button located on the steering wheel. And with my foot on the brake, go ahead and start it up. Once inside, we're greeted by a 3-spoked leather and Alcantara wrapped steering wheel with more of the red stitching running along the inside. Very comfortable hand positioning, especially with the Alcantara on each side. The RS badge is located on the bottom along with a flat bottom design. On the right side is your engine start stop button. You have your navigation with your Bluetooth controls and an adjustment for the radio. On the left side, all of these buttons control the center screen. You can see I'm going through a few different settings, your Bluetooth, your radio, along with a G meter. We can also change the complete view of the screen with the tach in the center or on either side. We can also go through all of your home screen setting buttons, which I'll get to later in this video. And below those buttons you have your drive select mode, so we can go between comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual, which we'll get to in the driving portion of this video. On the left side of the steering wheel is your headlight switch. We have your air vent along with your heated seat option, which is located right in the center of that air vent. And coming along the center are 3 more air vents. You can see all of the AC controls located in the center, so you can adjust your AC volume, the temperature in the center, and then where you'd like that air to go on the right side. More of your AC controls, your traction control, hazard switch, and parking sensors are located below that. In front of your shifter is a little cubby spot. It has a USB port covered in carbon fiber. We have your exhaust sport mode button along with your radio volume on and off switch. The center shifter is finished off in more Alcantara, and putting the car into reverse, you'll see your backup camera light up in the center. With this 7-speed dual clutch, you can shift using the shifter. You can also use the galvanized aluminum paddle shifters located behind the steering wheel. They're quite large, feel very solid as well. Behind the shifter is all of your center controls for the navigation screen. So you have obviously your navigation, your radio, a rotary dial in the center, your menu and back button. So clicking on menu right now, you'll see that screen that you saw earlier in the video. We can use that rotary dial to go through multiple settings. Going into vehicle, you can see your date and time, your fuel consumption, a few other different settings. So with the map pulled up, this covers the entire 12.3-inch virtual cockpit, as Audi calls it, giving you a fantastic view of your navigation system. It's very nice to see that in the center rather than in the middle here. So all of your controls are driver focused right in the center. There's your electronic parking brake. We have a cup holder, a little bit of space for the key. The center compartment has a good amount of room and a 12-volt located down there. We'll take a look at the glove box. Good amount of room with a CD player as well. And then we'll take one last look at the interior. This does have rear seats, which we'll get to in a second, but another look at these black leather seats. So this is a 4-seater vehicle. We'll go ahead and check out the rear storage space. We're just going to pull on this tab to move up the front seat. And now that we're in, the front seats do have some netting for extra storage space. At 5'10", my head is hitting the roofline and my feet are pretty well under the seat. You really wouldn't use these for rear seats. They're more for storage space, but if you need them, I guess you could be comfortable for a little bit of time in here. And they do fold flat in case you need to get anything through. We have a cup holder located on both sides. So now it's time to take a look at the rear trunk space, and we can double tap on the key fob itself or walk up to the vehicle and push on the button located down below. Plenty of space for this 4-seater. This has a netting back here. Obviously these seats do fold down for more storage space. This has about 12 cubic feet of space with the seats up, and this removable tonneau cover can come out if you need even more room. All right, so now we're going for a ride in the TT-RS. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is a car that I've kind of not really kept up with, so I'm interested to see its performance. Very tight UE. Wow, that was really impressive. I didn't even have to go backwards. All right, so getting out onto the roads now. I'm just going to keep it in automatic for now. Just let the car do the shifting here. Wow. I got to about 3,500 RPM. I think the turbo kicks in around 3,000, 3,500, so I didn't do anything too crazy there. But already off the bat, I am very impressed with this interior. I've driven quite a lot of Audis this year over the last couple of months, and they just keep getting better inside. The Alcantara on the steering wheel is so comfortable. I love it, mixed with the leather and the red stitching. You have red in all of these center air vents, which is very cool to see, matching all the stitching. Carbon fiber everywhere. It's along the whole center, which just makes it look that much better. The seats are very comfortable. I love the side bolstering. You have bolsters on your shoulder, you have adjustable side bolstering, and you have the very nice diamond stitch pattern running along the center. I can definitely see this being a comfortable daily driver along with a track toy or back mountain road car that would be a lot of fun to drive. And visibility in this vehicle is very good. Obviously, looking out of the front, you have a clear view. Your A-pillars are very minimal, so you don't have that much of a blind spot in either direction. A quick glance over your left shoulder, you can easily see out of that rear glass, and then a quick glance over your right shoulder. There's not too much of a blind spot in that back pillar. And then obviously you can see out of that rear glass as it's pretty much right behind you there. And your side mirrors and your rear view mirror are going to do an excellent job. And this is a 4-seater, not that you would really use the back seats, but it's great that they fold down. You have a removable tonneau cover there if you need to put in any larger items. So while the 4 seats may not be used all the time, it's definitely great storage space. And if you need to put someone in there for a ride or two, you'll have the room to do that. You can definitely have a lot of fun in this car playing around with its suspension and obviously putting into sport mode to make that exhaust even louder. So on the brakes now, again, you can get the optional carbon ceramics. I think these brakes are plenty for this vehicle. Downshifting, taking the turn, very planted. Could definitely have enough power to get out of that turn, that's for sure. We're gonna take that same turn again, going backwards. Get a little bit of power coming out of this turn here. Woo. Wow, that is incredibly quick for a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder. And it just sounds so incredible too. It almost sounds like the RS7 that I reviewed a couple weeks ago. It's not quite as grunty as beefy, but for a 2.5 liter, that sounds incredible. I love that in this car everything has been moved to the center. There's no display screen in the center. It's all of your air vents, which are very easy to use. Everything has been just driver focused right in front of you. So you have that 12.3-inch virtual cockpit. You have all of your buttons on the steering wheel. One of those, obviously, the engine start stop button, which is cool to have on the steering wheel. But the other button is your drive select. So you can go between your comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. Each one of those pertaining to how you'd like to drive the car. I just switched it into dynamic, and boy, can I feel the bumps a lot more than comfort. So the handling in this just stiffened up. This vehicle also features the dynamic steering, which improves at higher speed performance, and at lower speeds, the steering wheel is more direct. So at higher speeds, it's gonna be much easier to maneuver the car, and then going around, sharp turns or out on the track, it's gonna be much more direct. And now we'll go ahead and take one last look from the passenger side. Very nice premium feeling interior with the leather and Alcantara, the carbon fiber trim pieces everywhere. There's red accents in all the air vents, more carbon fiber and stitching running along the center console. Beautiful black leather seats. So that is my walk around review and test drive of the 2018 Audi TT-RS. Huge thanks again to Audi Greenville for providing this car for today's video. Definitely check out their website in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for more content on the way. I'll see you all next video.